think we're live. We'll give people a moment or two to join in here before we get started. But look at those. Look at these sweet looking engines. Galloping Goose. We'll give it a moment here. And hello, Barrett Heil. Trames, yes. We'll give people a moment or two to discover what we're up to here. And then we'll get started. Because we can. And Eric Brinker, thank you for the membership. Thank you very much. No live stream sounds today because we are on the mobile. Alrighty. I think we've waited long enough. So we'll go ahead and get started. So hello, everyone. Welcome to my basement. We have set up a small loop of track down here to test our two brand new, well, not brand new, but newly upgraded engines here. So we have a Bachmann K27 and a AccuCraft Galloping Goose that both have Blunami installed. Well, what is Blunami? That is the chip that basically lets you run them off of Bluetooth. So they have sound, they have lighting, they have all sorts of stuff. And all of it, the magic happens on a phone or a tablet or something to that effect. So we have our two engines here. They're both on live track. But if you look down, you'll see my iPad. The iPad has everything we're going to be using to run. And this thing's pretty sweet. I can turn on or off lights. We have the bell. We have the whistles. We then have a whole bunch of additional sounds. We can then play with different settings. So we have a lot that we can work with here. So lots of different stuff. We're going to run both engines a little bit. I guess the question is, what do people want to see first? Do you want to see the Galloping Goose? Or do you want to see the K27? I currently have the Goose muted just to not have it be super loud here. So let me know in the comments or with a super chat or something what you guys want to see. And also make sure to like the live stream because I've never really live streamed much of the these beautiful little things. So we'll see. Well, Eric, since you helped with that, let's go ahead. Let's run the K27. So we currently have it with its own whistle. So it's a loud sucker too. So currently we just have a small setup. We have an AccuCraft boxcar and then an LGB white pass caboose because I don't have a caboose for Rio Grande and AccuCraft yet. And Barrett Heil, thank you for rejoining the Angry Train crew. Appreciate it. All right, so with that, it's super easy to use. Literally, it's just lifting and going down with that. So, and let's go. All right, let's need it coming the other way here. And it can sense what you're doing here. So it has exhaust for downhill, uphill, heavy, light, that sort of stuff. So Let's go ahead and give it a little more beans here. And Epic Blood Moon, go ahead and ask your question. I can't promise I'll give you an answer, but you can go ahead and ask. But again, this thing's really sweet. So, as it comes around here, I'll show you a few of the different things that we can do with this. I'm not going to get it too fast because it'll fly, but let's go ahead and slow her down. But actually, if you go ahead and just stop, it'll sometimes have the brakes come on pretty heavy. So, and if there's a moderator watching, if you can block Epic, please. Thank you. So with this on the app, you do have a whole bunch of different stuff you can do. So once you come in, you obviously have your DCC address, you have your nickname, your primary, and from there you do have different sound settings and different things you can do. So obviously, you can go ahead for adjusting your overall master volume, so your overall level. You can do that. You then have your main sound, so you can change how heavy you want your exhaust to be. If you want any reverb volumes with it, that sort of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and switch this over. And it's very large, so I guess old people and whatever can have that. We could also have it be geared. I think that'd be kind of funny just to have geared for a moment. You have your different whistles, your reverbs. Let's go ahead and turn the reverb down on this just a hair. Your bells. So right now we have a heavy brass, medium. I'm going to go ahead to a light brass just to give us some different sounds here. You have your air pumps you can select from. So again, cross compound versus single phase. Again, you can have a whole bunch of different ones there. We're going to leave the cross compound as is. But then from there, you have your coupler sounds. Uncouple when function. Well, you can have different functions for that. The dynamo. So obviously we can hear the dynamo as such. Turn that back down a little bit. You have an auxiliary whistle in case you need it. For your other sounds, you have the blower, side rod clank, the cylinder cocks, your brakes, your independent brakes, your releasing, your assigning, your snifter valves, your Johnson bars, your safeties, your blowdown, water stop sounds, injector sounds, e-brakes, your glad hand releases, your car doors, your clickety clacks, sander valves, what kind of like fuel you're running, because it'll change the sound. So we're doing hand shoveled coal, and we'll have them be frequency. They're going to be firing. Your wrenches for frame checks, your oil cans, your ash pan dump, your articulated result if you have that, 3-cylinder exhaust if you need it. Under other settings, you have gate crossing bells, e-stops, reverb, equalizer. Let's see, get the reverb back open here. Appreciate it, JSJ. Your overall medium reverb. Let's go to short reverb just to do that. Your equalizer. So again, you can then have your EQ settings, which is pretty awesome. Your alternate sound mixes. Again, so you have that there. And thank you, Eric, for another membership gifted. But again, there's a lot of stuff. And then automatic sound control. Again, auto bell, auto brake squeal. You know, we're going to go ahead and enable that. Auto cylinder cocks, enable that. Auto brake, yes. And let's go ahead and enable that, or disable. Okay, under lights then, I'm running on pretty low amperage, which, you know, it's not as bright as it will be once it's fully going, but it has it now. But again, you have your brightness levels, your headlight settings, your backup light settings. So you can have it act as a dyno light, which is what we have right now, just a constant beam. If we want to make it, we can have it be like a Mars light, which is kind of fun. We also can do stuff like a Pile National, so it kind of flickers a bit. And Espen Mars, hello. Oscillating headlights, strobes, a rotary beacon, ditch lights, engine exhaust. So we're going to go ahead and just have it be the dimmable on-off, which is the default here. And you have the same thing for your backup light. And I'll go ahead and move this engine forward so you can see what happens with that. But let's go ahead. The other thing is your speed settings. You can then adjust the speeds for all the engines for how fast you're accelerating, decelerating. Lots of other stuff. Consist functions if you're running multiple engines. Yes, Eric Brinker. Your digital exhaust if you have different things. But let's go back to the settings here. Oh, of course, the other thing I forgot to show, which I'll show real quick, under sound settings, main sounds. Where is it? Whistles. You have so many different whistles we can choose from. So you have Santa Fe 6 chimes, you have Baldwin singles, B&O, Boston and Maine, Colorado and Southern, Crosby's. Right now we have 463's Road one on there. But there's a lot of different whistles. So if anyone sees anything that they would like to hear, try that. I kind of want to hear the 5 chime off the K37 here. But when we have that, let's see. Oh, it didn't set. Give me a second here. Still learning the ropes with all this. Okay. So let's see here. There it is. Oh, that's right. We changed the chuffs. I actually like that a lot. Oh, it's so awesome. The other thing, obviously, these controls are for an idiot, which is great for me. If I go to reverse, if I hit that, the backup light will come on. And then, of course, you have your various sound samples you have here. So we have the belt on. We can turn the belt off. We can have the short whistle turned on, which means that then you can play around a little bit more. Let's go back. Oh. Let's see. Cylinder cocks. They're on, doing their thing. They can go ahead, change the cutoff, add dimmers. Let's do a blowdown. If we do need to add a coupler, it'll make the noise. All right, let's see. And let's go ahead. Oh, I turned the lights off, that's why. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, it's on now. Can I do a whistle quill? Probably not easily. Yeah, these decoders are pretty sweet. So, on the flip side, we have our Galloping Goose, which I'm still trying to get the light settings to work properly on this, so bear with me as we continue to work with it. So I'm going to keep the lights off. But the Goose obviously has Goose sounds for it. So if I go ahead and unmute, now we have Galloping Goose. So we have the Goose on the inner track. We're going to go ahead, throw the switch for it, and get it going. And eventually I'll have to get up and move the other one. But let's see. And again, I'm still getting used to some of the settings here, so I have to learn how fast or slow to start things, so bear with me. There's also some areas where the track is not great out here. But there we go. Goose. So as it runs around, I'm going to go throw the switch for it. But you also see it's finding some spots in my track where I haven't got everything up perfectly yet. Again, this is just a little tester. And these are on the minimum curves it can go on. But let's quickly run over and throw our switch. So it's there. But there it is. So let's go ahead. I'm going to throttle the Goose up, and I can actually walk around with this. So bear with me. And it likes to split switches. So bear with me one moment here. This Goose likes to be finicky. Yeah. Hold on, I'm going to put you down for one moment. It's okay, folks. The darkness is here to help you. Okay. Yes, Bucky's socks. Behold. Yeah, I need to figure out the lighting stuff. No, it's not the camera. It's flickering like that in real life. So, let's see here. Oh, I see. The points are slightly off. Well, hopefully I don't die. Okay, the points on this switch are off a little bit, so is this the same size as G-Scale? No, it is actually slightly bigger. So this is F-Scale, 1:20.3. So I'm going to have to get this switch worked on probably. But it's finding spots where my track is not exactly level, and this thing's fairly light, so it likes to slip. So let's go ahead. Okay. Yeah, I wish I could, JSJ. And some of this is also just needs to be greased and oiled and kind of worked in because these engines are all new. But, yeah. Let's see here. The other fun thing is obviously with a Goose, you do get different noises you can work with. But, let's see, we have wheel chain, water stop sounds, fuel loading, injectors, sander valve, cab chatter. You can say all aboard. And then again, different sounds for what you're doing. So just go ahead and back the Goose up here. I'm going to give it a little push to help get it going. I mean, the other thing I could do is just change the direction the Goose is going, and it should go through that switch without a problem. But, you know, this is not a perfect setup. This is literally just, as I said, testing. Come on, you. Come on, sweetheart. And I can hear that that needs to be oiled and greased. All right. Let's go back to our K. We'll do a few more laps and then we'll end this. But let's see. Let's go ahead and do that here. Let's just conveniently make sure that that switch is thrown. And then same thing over here. Since this switch needs some work, I'll play with that. But here we go. Or, you know, I can do it with all the settings here. So a grade crossing. Where did I get the 463? I bought it on eBay. Actually came from Great Britain. So I got that, brought it over to the States, and been playing with it ever since. And they do like to waddle a little bit, just like the real deals. Now, where the layout's eventually going to go is out here. So that's where the walls started to be built, and eventually it'll get built. I just need more manpower to help me build it. So, coming soon. But let's get down to eye level with the K here. But let's see. I'm going to go ahead and mute the Goose, by the way. So. And again, the beautiful thing with all this is I can go in and change the sound settings on the fly. So if I think that the overall exhaust chuff needs to be louder or change, let's go to heavy 2. Add a little bit of more volume. Turn the volume down on that. Reverb up. That's going to go up. And you know what? Let's change the whistle. So We have 497s. Let's see what a 6 chime on this sounds like, just for giggles. This button, though, I have to figure out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But, something Canadian. We'll get there, JSJ. Let's see. I chose 6 chime because funny. Yeah. JSJ for you. Let's find a Canadian option. I don't know if they do for this, but, you know, we'll try it. So let's see. Let's see. A lot of narrow gauge. Frisco, Hancock's. We have Milwaukee Road. Okay, hold on. For that guy, he knows who he is. Someone we know likes Reading 6s. Probably a little too much, but let's see how this sounds. We'll just wait for it to come around here again. But that's one option. Let's see the other one here while it comes back around. Let's see, there's Southerns, Hancock. Oh, West Side 5. West Side 5. Because logging bullshit. Okay. Let's try one more. Let's see here. Go to the bottom of this workup. Hey, there's a Canadian one here for you. So, CN Flat Top 3. Why are there 2? Yes. Okay. And Dark Rider, yes, I'm having a lot of fun with this. And again, based on our sounds, if I were just to slam on the brakes, you'll hear that. Can you change the bell? Yes. Just like the other sound samples, you can change everything. So I have a light brass medium bell on it. We could have a medium brass, heavy brass. Ooh, air rung heavy brass. Let's see here. Oh, wrong engine. Let's switch back over. Let's see. No, this is powered. Let's see. Heavy brass fast. What does that sound like? It's like being at the Berg. And again, everything is pretty much synchronized. So you can have slow speed, you can have high speed. And again, it can kind of auto-detect grades and how much power is actually going to the engine, so it'll adjust. Yep. Now everything speaker-wise is in the tender here. Now, of course, with the engine, I can also have fun stuff like the cab roof. Yeah, and the sound quality is excellent. The guy who put in the stuff for the Goose actually said, you know, like, hey, you know, this is better than I thought it was. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to move it out of the way and then probably wrap up here because I can only run Trains in a Circle so much for you guys. But, yeah, let's change the whistle one final time just to do what we want. Let's see. Let's work our way from the bottom of the list this time. Crosby 3. Okay, Canadian 6 chime. Why not? I have a feeling I know which engine this was recorded off to, but let's see. Canadian 6. And then... Oh, that's a lot heavier than I thought it was. That's a hell of a noise. I don't like that whistle as much as I thought I did. But move forward just a little here. But there you go. Little look at the stuff here. And we're going to go ahead, turn it off. So the mute button is muting. So there you go. So lots more to go. We'll see how everything goes here. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this stuff, share it with your friends. There's going to be a lot more noises coming here and a lot of more videos, but I have to build the layout, and I will say your donations on YouTube do help a lot with that. So thank you for those who decide to help out by joining as a member of the train crew or just stopping by to say hi. But with that, we're going to go ahead and tie up for the night. So thanks for watching. We'll see you.